same time. I'm like all over the place. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining. So, I did a shout out for questions about detox yesterday. I'm happy to take more live, um, just in the comments, or you can use the question thing. But I'm going to start off with the really awesome questions we already got. Hi, Owl Butterflies, Dr. J. Cooch. Um, Barb, welcome. And let me pull up my questions. So I like these questions because they're kind of all over the place. And really, it's one of my favorite things to do to just answer your questions. So probably be doing it more often. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to take it from the top. So Treva asked favorite treatment for hydrogen SIBO. So I would say I don't treat a lot of SIBO like per se directly, but I do have some thoughts on it. And probably the biggest one is SIBO is going to keep coming back if you don't have good peristalsis, if things aren't moving. So SIBO is small intestine bacterial overgrowth. It can also be fungal, but that there shouldn't be much bacterial in there. It should be, all mostly in the large intestine. So if it's in there, there's a motility issue. Sometimes it starts with like a stomach flu kind of infection, and sometimes it has to do with the valve, the ileocecal valve, kind of backing up. Um, and that can do, and it also can do with the brain. If the brain is inflamed and not creating peristalsis, then it's another condition for SIBO. So, some ideas are fasting, at least like a nice long overnight fast, and not snacking all the time because you're certain bacteria. I don't know if I'm going to explain this right. Certain bacteria build up when you fast, and it also kind of promotes that like clearing. Um, Other things that can help that motion are taking supplemental hydrochloric acid, um, digestive enzymes, I really love. If you're wanting to work on the brain, if it's been affected by mold, eating fibers. I know fibers can be a little touchy in SIBO. We'll talk about that in a second. Restoring that gut barrier, restoring the brain barrier. So, brain barrier also likes fiber, it likes fish oil, it likes phosphatidylcholine, it likes magnesium. So, those are some agents you could think about for brain health and helping that motility. Another thing that can help motility is doing coffee enemas and retaining them. Gagging yourself. I know it sounds disgusting. Singing, learning about the vagal nerve. So those are just some ideas. Some herbs for motility are iberogast. I think I'm saying that right. Megagard, although it might not be strong enough for you. I think the iberogast is stronger. Ginger is good. 5-HTP apparently helps motility. Let's see. And then as far as diet, temporarily doing the low FODMAP diet, which is avoiding certain fibers. You shouldn't have to do it forever, but you could do that temporarily. Oregano oil, also helpful. There's a product called Autron Teal we used to sell. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Levi. You asked one of the questions on here, so I'm glad you're on here. Oregano oil can be good applied eternally or in a capsule, but it's not for like long-term use. So there's lots of potential herbals, and you may need to do some stronger prescriptions with a functional doctor. Those are some ideas, Treva, to get you started. My biggest point is make sure that motility is happening, or the SIBO can come back. Make sure it's not a sort of a brain mold issue behind that lack of motility. Hi, Pamela. Okay, next question was from Caitlin about oxalate dumping. So oxalates, let's see if I can explain. Sort of like it can be a compound in certain foods, and that may be where you've heard of it more. But they're also produced from mold and candida infections in your body. And that's mostly what I treat to lower oxalates. I think Caitlin was asking, what if you are feeling worse from these oxalates dumping? Slow your detox down. If you're detoxing or taking herbs and it's not going well, avoid the high oxalate foods like spinach, cashews, beets. Yeah, again, do work on mold and candida, but slowly. And then I have a little list of other things that can help: vitamin B6, arginine, vitamin E, chondroitin sulfate, taurine at 1,000 milligrams a day, selenium, omega-3 fatty acids, glucosamine, avoiding excess fats in the diet, supporting bile movement with things like bitters. Let's see. And yeah, things that stimulate the bile, so different like bile movers. Let's see, better fatty acid absorption. Let's see. Okay, but if you have better fatty acid absorption, that can mean wait, this phrase doesn't say sound very right. Let's just skip all that. So vitamin B6, arginine, vitamin E, omega-3s. It sounds like taurine is pretty important, selenium. So I hope that helps a little bit overview on oxalates. Levi, who's on here, asked if we're accepting new clients. So we are. I don't see as many clients, but you can make a special request. Mostly our coach Mickey sees clients for a lab review or a new lab or just a consultation, whatever you want to do. It's really reasonably priced, and she has fantastic reviews you can read about in our shop. All you'd have to do is add whatever service you want to the cart. It's super easy. And our new website is up. It's called functionaldetoxproducts.com. And Jody asks, she's having trouble clearing dandruff, candida, and parasites. She said, is it better with detox? So I'm thinking she's saying, if I generally detox, will these things get better? Yeah, I mean, if you're doing like dry brushing, binders, that's going to help clear stuff. Dandruff, I haven't thought about this in a while, but it can be zinc deficiency. And one of the best ways to start to replenish your zinc is with a liquid zinc. And you can also test it. So when you take a zinc liquid, it should taste like metal. If it tastes like water, that's you're low in zinc. So you might have to consume a few bottles of that until it starts tasting like more before you move to regular zinc. That's something I used to do in my clinic. Candida and parasites. We have a couple products for candida. We have the Mega Myco Balance, which is very gentle. We have the Candida Control, which I find less gentle. We have a couple parasite products. I also really like the products from Barlow Herbal. I'll talk about that with the next question. So you do want to do some killing, Jody, along with supporting moving like the toxins out. You may want to do some things that break up biofilms, like the biocidin or the Para-1 will do that. And then there's one called Eco-Oxyzyme by Body Ecology. They can break up biofilms. The Pectisol C can break up biofilms. So you do have to get in there and stir the pot in the gut. And then also just be supporting the removal of that waste. Pamela said, how do I know if I need a parasite cleanse? So that's a great question. Some signs of parasites could be symptoms that like wake you up in the night and anal itching is another one. Symptoms that are worse around the full moon, like insomnia. And then you can see parasites come out in your stool, especially when you're doing coffee enema. They might be easier to see. Um, how do I know if I need a cleanse? Pamela, a lot of parasite experts say we all should do a parasite cleanse a couple times a year. So Anne Louise Gittleman says that. Jane Barlow with Barlow Herbal says that. Todd Watts says that. He says we all have parasites. So it may be something to consider just doing every so often. I did one this winter with some biofilm disruptors and the Barlow Herbal and coffee enemas. And I definitely cleared some things. Coffee enema helps you see what you're clearing. I was clearing some things that look like, that black rice. It looked like little black rice pods. I think they were some kind of parasite pod. But I've gotten other weird stuff in the past. To me, it's very intense, parasite cleansing. I don't love it, but everyone's different. Some people tolerate it easier. So I just sort of do it like every few days, not every day. Nina asks, what's our exact heavy metal protocol and how long does it take to get results? So, Nina, we actually don't really specialize in heavy metal work. I've thought about it, but sometimes you want to chelate like before you test or chelate later, and it's just not really something that we can supervise, and it can make you very symptomatic. However, I have some more gentle options for you, which is the Pectisol C, the mytoxin binder, even the activated charcoal. Those are all things we sell. Gut clean, all the gut protocols can help. Sometimes the heavy metals are like in the parasites, so different gut cleansing. And then lots of minerals because they compete for receptor sites. So magnesium and trace minerals are really important to get. You might need a lot of magnesium, like 400 milligrams a day. And then a product we don't carry now, but we may start, is called MetalliQ by Microbiome Labs. It's really nice. It's just a little sachet of certain probiotic that binds to heavy metals. It's very gentle. So how long will it take you? I mean, I have no idea what your status is, if you've had testing. I think it can take a while, like 6 months. If you have something like lead in your bones, you might have to do some more intense chelation therapy at a clinic. So we are a little limited online with what we can give you safely, but I think all those options are really good. And if you do know what kind of toxins you have, you can match them up with the type of therapy you do. And Wendy Myers at myersdetox.com, she's a great resource for matching up what you've got with, if you have aluminum or whatever, with what to do. But I know, like, usually I've learned with heavy metal cleansing, you do a test, and then you take some stuff, and then you do another test, and you take more stuff. It takes some rounds to get it out, because things will start to like come out more, and it's a process of rebalancing. Okay, Samantha asked, so I have 2 more questions. If you want to ask any questions live, please feel free. So Samantha's been doing 15-minute strength training workouts, but she is sore and weak for days after. Should I keep going or let my body rest? Any ideas to help recovery? I just ordered some of the H2 Elite that I've heard you talk about. Yeah, I'm very keen on this question because I really am into antioxidants, and you're going to hear more about it in the future. But what happens when we exercise is we make oxidation from the work that we're doing and all the like processes happening in the body. So if you are very sore and weak from a 15-minute workout, your antioxidant status is bad. Um, so the H2 Elite she mentioned is a hydrogen tablet that you can put in water. You could do it like even before your workout and after. You can do our My Detox electrolytes because they're high in antioxidants. The CoQ10, it's an antioxidant, a little bit more for the cells. You can do vitamin C, vitamin E. I have an antioxidant blend that I really love that I'll probably start selling. So I've been taking that like every night. Um, I think a lot of people have some antioxidant status issues, but I think that includes me, and my body likes more antioxidants. Also, a healthy gut will help you produce more antioxidants, and getting out of mold, cleaning mold out of your body will help bring up your antioxidant status because toxins create oxidative stress and damage in the body. And we don't talk about that enough. We just talk about like supporting the liver and stuff like that. But it's really important to improve your antioxidant status. Um, yeah, I hope that helps, Samantha. And you can do it around as far as should you cut back or do more, don't don't go doing more if you're not recovering. You also might want to do some adrenal support, Samantha, like actual adrenal glandulars, which we're going to sell in the future too. Or if you don't want to do that, you could do it just adaptogens, because it could be supporting your adrenals will also kind of help this. But I would just be hitting the antioxidants, maybe even back it up to 5 or 10 minutes of strength training. That's fine. And then if say you're doing 5 minutes and it's working okay, keep doing 5 minutes like for a week, then go to 10 minutes. So don't go up, 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 up. Go slowly. Okay, and then her other question was about dry brushing. She did it, and on her legs, it made a lot of bumps and spots. Took months to go away. And why is this happening? And what if she just did it on the rest of her body? Yeah, I don't know if I don't know if it's because like you shave your legs, there's something going on there, or if it's like the whole leg all the way up the leg. I don't know why it's your legs only. Um, are you being too rough, do you think? It is a little weird. I would just start, I would do the rest of your body, sure. Especially if you can do your groin crease, and then you can do some squats. You can like circle your knees and ankles. But for whatever reason it's irritating your legs, sure, just skip it. And then if it's you're doing this for a couple months, you want to try the legs again, you could. You also need to clean the dry brush sometimes. I think it's just with water. I can't remember how you're supposed to clean it. Okay, I think that was all the questions that had come in ahead of time. Any other questions live on Facebook or Instagram? While I wait for questions, I mentioned we have a new website, Functional Detox Products. This month, we are highlighting subscription plans. So later subscriptions will be 10% off, but this month they're 15% off, and it stays that way. And you can cancel, or you can pause, you can choose 2 months. You don't have to like get too much stuff if you don't want to, but this is 15% off the electrolyte, and you get this awesome tumbler with it, and it's stainless steel, so it'll last a long time. It's insulated. So we really want to get people taking these electrolytes regularly. So that's like an exciting promo this month. But any product that is on subscription is discounted that month. That includes Megaspore, Mega Pre, multivitamin, although we ran out of that. But it'll be back. All our products are all the let me rephrase that. All our products and all Megaspore products are available for subscription. Okay, Levi is asking, can we detox mold with any doctor practitioner? I feel overwhelmed with decisions. No, not everybody is trained for it, certainly. We'd love to see you, Levi. Like mold is definitely our specialty. Mickey's been through mold. I've been through mold. We making mold protocols all the time. It is a lot. And even I'm a practitioner and I see practitioners, it's just better that way because if we're just in charge of ourselves, it's too much. We can't do it. But if we have help, if we work in a community, often I see people taking too many things. And we have to kind of clean it up, focus on what's important. We kind of work with your budget, work with your symptoms, work with, exactly what you have going on. And your preferences. Some people can't take pills, so we can 100% do that. If you go to our shop, then there's a tab that says testing and consultations, and you can purchase there. I do think we'll have a sale on that in September, um, but it's pretty reasonable now as well. And there are some other doctors, certainly, or practitioners who work with mold. I just would make sure it's someone with a lot of experience. Supplements for biofilm. Yeah. So I mentioned earlier the Pectisol C. We sell it in a powder. I just found out it's a capsule too. I've been reading a book about it. Pretty cool stuff. Very gentle, little fibrous. It can make you a little bloated, but it can break down all sorts of biofilms and like scarring and stuff. So it's super cool. The other one I mentioned that we don't sell is I think it's called Eco Oxyzyme by Body Ecology. It's very strong. It will like really loosen you up. You might have some loose stool, but for some people that might be a good fit. The Para One is a parasite thing, but it also kind of scrapes the intestines. And then the Biocidin formula that we sell in a tincture also breaks down biofilms. I'm sure there's more than that, but those are some I know about. Levi said, do you typically focus on parasites first in your practice for mold detox? No, actually, because a parasite cleanse can be very intense. So I know some people say go over, get like the bigger bugs first and then go to the smaller bugs. It's a nice theory, but when you can do that, maybe later. But first, the client has to be strong enough to handle parasite cleansing. And most of our clients are definitely not strong enough out the gate to handle parasite cleansing. So, we're asking them to improve their diet, eat more fiber, get their gut more stable, make sure they're pooping. We'll be doing the sauna kind of on the mend before the parasite cleansing. It just creates a lot of die-off, can disrupt your sleep. So yeah, I don't think it's a good idea till you're ready to handle it. And then you could do after that more like dysbiosis stuff, candida. However, you do want the gut pretty strong before you do all that. So you may want to just do fiber and megaspore, maybe mega IgG or mega mucosa, just to condition the gut and just getting it happy. Clean diet, a diet that works for you. Then consider the parasite program and only as much as you can handle it. I do have some clients who just do full parasite program, no problem. I personally cannot even do it. So, I have to go slow. So any of those killing things make die off. And if you're already dealing with die off and toxins from the mold in your body, it's just adding to that. So your antioxidant status should be good. Your glutathione status should be good. Your gut should be solid. You should be pooping. Then you can be allowed to clear more things. And sometimes people don't even need to get into all of the killing, because just reconditioning their gut is making them stronger. Like for kids, we maybe just do more reconditioning of the gut. So it's just a matter of theory and debate. Like, do we always have to kill everything off? Or if we just improve the bacteria in the gut, will that, just put all these other infections kind of at bay? So it's just a little like debate and that kind of a thing. But we do offer some testing for parasites and dysbiosis, which I think is a very helpful adjunct for someone on the mold journey. So when they're ready for that step, we can see those results and put in a GI plan. For me personally, recovering from mold probably took a lot of change of diet and a few rounds of gut work before I stabilized, like over a few years. B. Claude asks recommendations for gut dysbiosis. Yeah, so high fiber diet, fish in the diet, colorful diet, avoiding sugar, avoiding alcohol, avoiding things that feed those unfriendly bacteria, maybe taking digestive enzymes or HCl, like we talked about, to break down foods, and then building with we sell the Mega Pre, which feeds the Megaspore Biotic. Those are really foundational. Those are mostly what I take. And then only if I'm feeling off am I doing Mega IgG, which is a good cleanup supplement for infections. And it gently takes away infections. So for instance, those gut protocols I mentioned can be harsh, but you don't have to go into those because you can do the Mega IgG. So that's a good one for diarrhea and kind of cleaning up. Mega mucosa is good for like a sensitive stomach, constipation. So those would be my basic things. Claude, good question. Thanks, Levi. Yeah, I'm debating with myself. But I just want to show that there's different theories, right? Like some people are like, open detox pathways, do this. Like, yes, kind of. But what we do is more customized. So we ask you to maybe do the basics, like in my mold book, which is right here. First I have you do like 10 basic things. Let's not skip those. Let's make sure you're sleeping, you're supported, you're eating real food, you're getting outside. Get all those things in order. And then start doing some detox with things you can handle, like sauna and binders. And then you can be, am I strong enough to add some more layers? Okay, good questions, you guys. Let's see. I don't see any other ones. I'll give you one last minute. Maybe I'll put in the chat here our new website if you want to go take a look. It still has a few problems, but we're also really proud of it. It's a lot of work. And hopefully it's a little easier to find things, and we still have some really great deals on things. All the bulk pricing isn't quite up yet, but all the subscriptions are present. Do you recommend sauerkraut or kimchi if you're probably leading with candida infections? Yeah, some fermented foods, I think with SIBO and candida can be a problem. I would just try them and see how you feel. Like mostly those things have always been quite good for me and they're good for the gut. I would say only briefly when I was really sick, like I couldn't do kombucha. It was too aggravating for the candida and the mold and stuff. So just experiment and see. And you only have to do like a bite. You don't have to do like a huge amount of kimchi. Oh, this is a great question. Levi asked, what have been my biggest benefits from detoxing mold? So a lot of benefits, actually. less anxiety, brain working better, less food sensitivities, um, much better immune functioning. So probably the brain is the scariest, um, and low, like serious low energy to the point of like suicidal thoughts. So I think when those scariest symptoms shift, it's pretty nice, right? Like can't remember things, losing things, super high anxiety. Um, so yeah, and then I personally got sick a lot. I don't get sick that much. I get still sick a little. It's like my immune system is very reactive. I'll just be sick for like 24 hours, and it's like it's not even a real sickness. It's just my body like being prepared. Definitely I can eat a more diverse diet now than I used to be able to eat. Um, I would say almost everything is better for me, except I do think I want to do a little more investigation of my brain. Um, I did an interview recently here on Instagram with a functional neurologist, and it could be that I'm getting some like eye strain that fatigues my brain when I work. Claude, you may have come on a little late, but I will repeat this for brain support for mold. So, fiber in your diet, fiber supplement, um, colorful foods, fish, fish oil, working on your gut, rehabilitating your gut, green tea, antioxidants, um, phosphatidylcholine, magnesium, that all that. Not all of us respond to every supplement the same way. So you kind of have to experiment and try around. Turmeric could be another one, grape seed extract. You basically need to rebuild the gut barrier and rebuild the brain barrier and nourish the brain with certain nutrients. You also want to think about keeping lymph moving in your neck. Um, and that's something I struggle with a lot. So make sure you don't feel like you're congested, like in your neck. And you can go on YouTube and learn like lymph massage. I actually just got one of those jade rollers, and I love it because I can feel the lymph like moving out of my sinuses. It's really cool. And then they have like the gua sha scraper you can do on your neck. So, and Christine Schaffner sells like a lymphatic lotion. It's kind of expensive, but that's something you could look into. Essential oils too, like on your neck, like citrus, can help for some circulation. Jody Cohen with Vibrant Blue Oils sells some things for lymphatic circulation. What else for the brain and mold? Anything that's calming. Nasal rinse could be good too, um, for sure. Doing potentially the silver spray in your nose um, for a couple months. I doing the nasal wash because this is all right, kind of going to your brain. Um, like facial massage, and sometimes you need a really high amount of fish oil and magnesium for a while. When I was in a flare up, I would do a lot of phosphatidylcholine. Um, so yeah, can rebounding help with neck lymph? Yeah, I think potentially, but if your neck is super super tight, it might not flow as well. So just be aware of like maybe doing heat and ice on your neck or getting massage and really kind of addressing the head. You can also sleep with your pillow like or your mattress like a little inclined. Like put a book under your mattress and get a little more flow. But rebounding in general is yeah really good. Oh, this is cool. All the questions people asked earlier are in here. Do I like neti pot? I actually prefer a thing called Neil Med Rinse. It's like a squeezy bottle. You can buy it at Walgreens, and it has these little salt packets. And I just prefer it. I think it works better. So when I was really sick, I was doing that twice a day because I just had this like congestion and postnasal drip. It was subtle, but I would get like sore throats. So if you are really just coming out of a moldy environment, the nasal wash can be quite good. I mean, it's good for all of us, but for us moldy people who are acute, it can be even bigger. Oh, we have some more people on Facebook now. Anybody on Facebook, YouTube, have any questions before we wrap up? So this summer, we've been doing the Summer of Wellness Challenge in August to have a healthy habit um, this month. A lot of people are doing detox techniques. I think in the future, I'll do a detox challenge month or two because I think that's what you guys are interested in the most. So we wanted to do something keeping well over the summer, but I think next time we'll do it a little different. So what else? I forget what I was gonna say. Yeah, if you're on Instagram and you're not in that summer wellness challenge, you can still sign up with the link. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, you can put the link in the chat, I think. Where's the chat? Yeah, and we're doing prizes if you do your health item of the day. So next week we're doing a package of 3 antioxidants. I think it's glutathione, CoQ10, and the electrolytes. So it's like $160 in supplements. So yeah, if you're not really participating in the challenge, I encourage you to participate if you want to join. See the link in bio, or I'll post it here. And I'm open to ideas for if we want to do a different kind of challenge. And I'm open to topic suggestions for next Thursday as well. I decided to do like an Ask Me Anything this time, and we can do that again next week, or we can like focus on a certain thing, certain detox technique, or whatever you want. We could talk about diet. So open to suggestions if you want to put in the comments. Claude asks, can acupuncture help with neck lymph? Yeah, for sure. Especially if like there's certain spots they're finding that are tight for you. And then it just helps with flow in general. I also really like lymphatic massage. That's working for the whole body. It's very gentle. So if you want to, branch out, you can do that. You can also dry brush your neck, massage. But for me, like I have to go to like the chiropractor and get massage because I just have a lot of tension in my neck. So, all right. Thanks for everyone who was live and all your great questions. I will have this as a recording too on YouTube and our Facebook group and Instagram. Bye, everybody. Appreciate it. I'll be back next Thursday.